And they're off. Now, Sea Jester from the inside was first out. Stony Bay jumped into stride nicely, and so did Steel Phoenix, closely followed by Mac and Me, then Perpetual Check inside of Tonka, and the New Zealander Hum goes back to last. Past the judge on the first occasion, Sea Jester is the narrow leader from Steel Phoenix, and Stony Bay's going up 3 wide. Mac and Me is running fourth, and then Tonka on the outside of Perpetual Check and a couple of lengths to Hum. Now, as they sweep to the side of the track, 1,900 metres to go, and Stony Bay runs to the lead now. Shane Dye has a peep over the right shoulder, and another one to make sure he clears Sea Jester, and he does so nicely. And as they head past the 1,700, Stony Bay having his 70th race start today. He's the veteran in the field at 7 years of age. He's a length and a half on Steel Phoenix. Sea Jester back to a half length on the inside of Steel Phoenix, and 2 to Mac and Me. At his quarters, the outside Tonka, a length Perpetual Check, and about a length and 3/4 to Hum. This is the order going along the back of the course, 1,400 metres to go here. And Stony Bay at his leisure by about 2 lengths on Steel Phoenix. On the inside is Sea Jester. Tonka starting to make some ground now, followed by Mac and Me, Perpetual Check, and still last is Hum as they race to the 1,200 marker. This is the halfway point, and the rider on Tonka, I'm referring here to John Marshall, not letting Dye have all his own way in front on Stony Bay. And as they go on to the next bend, it's Stony Bay. He's fired up a little when Tonka had a charge at him, and Stony Bay about 3/4 of a length on Tonka. 3 lengths away third Steel Phoenix. A little over 1 then to Sea Jester from Mac and Me on the outside of Perpetual Check, and a couple to Hum. Stony Bay working onto the High Street side and going down past the 800. He's about 3/4 of a length on Tonka. 3 lengths to Steel Phoenix. Nearly 2 lengths then to Sea Jester from Mac and Me. Perpetual Check on the inside. Hasn't got much galloping room at the moment, and last is Hum as they race towards the 550. And Stony Bay ridden for dear life by Dye. Tonka on the outside looking to be doing better. Steel Phoenix next, and Sea Jester's come away from the rails. Perpetual Check is back on the inside from Mac and Me and Hum. Around the corner, Tonka is the leader. Marshall going for home on it, but Sea Jester is in hot pursuit, and Perpetual Check seeing plenty of galloping room now. He's after Sea Jester. It's a race in 2. Sea Jester joined and headed now by Perpetual Check. Larry Cassidy takes the favourite clear, and with 100 to go, it's all Perpetual Check from Sea Jester, and anything can run third, but Perpetual Check will win it and win it well. Sea Jester second, and blow me down, old Stony Bay's kicked for third, and then came Tonka, followed by Hum. Mac and Me and Steel Phoenix was last.
On the Super Tab, 3 Perpetual Check to pay 3 even the win, 190 the place. 4 Sea Jester second at 240, 1 Stony Bay third at 340. The next at Maui, race 6 coming up in 3 down the Super Tab board there. 1 Let's Explode at 261.20 and favourite. 2 Black Bolt, 320 and 120 and second favourite. 3 a Bomber.
Blazing Sun was away fast, also showing pace. Montcalm Wolf out wide with Call Me Spike and Kiora Star. Racing, oh, he didn't begin all that well, Bomber Bill. He seemed to rear. Blazing Sun was away fast, also showing pace. Montcalm Wolf out wide with Call Me Spike and Kiora Star. They're all going to cross to the flat side. Bomber Bill's recovered very quickly, and at the 1,000-metre mark as they settled into stride, Bomber Bill had crossed the field and he leads from Blazing Sun a bit wider out. Euro Dancer in the centre is prominent as well. St Christoph is right behind the leading horse, followed by River Affair. A bit wider out is Kiora Star now, and they're followed by Damascus Road. Beijunk in the centre. Further back in the field is Montcalm Wolf. Caniana one of the last. Call Me Spike is the deepest runner, and Northern Embossing near the rails is last of all. At the 500, Bomber Bill against the fence in front of Euro Dancer. St Christoph right behind the leader. Blazing Sun wider out, followed by River Affair. Then came Beijunk, who's starting to work home very strongly. Followed by Montcalm Wolf on the outside, coming home well. Bomber Bill is the leader at the 200 metres. Beijunk is there and challenging strongly. Montcalm Wolf coming with Caniana flying home. It's Bomber Bill kicking back on the inside, just in front of Beijunk, Montcalm Wolf, Caniana and St Christoph. A great go. Boy, this is close. Montcalm Wolf has put his nose out. St Christoph and Caniana on the outside. Just behind them, Bomber Bill is about 4 or 5 across the track. Beijunk, River Affair next, and then there's a break in the field. Behind those horses to Euro Dancer and Call Me Spike, followed further back by Kiora Star, and then Blazing Sun, Northern Embossing, and Damascus Road, one of the last to go over the line. Photo, and so it should be. This is a very close go in the Sandakan sprint. There's about 5 across the track when they got to the line here. As we await the number, well, Montcalm Wolf, if anything, I thought, but Caniana's right there and has won it. Number 2, Caniana. Number 2, Caniana has got it on the outside. Second, number 6, Montcalm Wolf, Lucas Dowson. And it's only a nose, and that is all. And the third's gone to number 4, St. Christoph. 2, 6 and 4 in a wonderful finish. It's a short half head or nose and nothing more for Caniana over Montcalm Wolf. And there'd be another short half head away perhaps on the inside of those St. Christoph. And just inches away, Bomber Bill and Bay Shunk.
There it is, Caniana, ridden by Greg Childs, to give him a race-to-race double. He won the St. Ledger on Sunday Gold, race 5, and he's got up by the barest possible margin on Caniana to pay $5.80 and $1.90. Number 6, Montcalm Wolf, $1.90, and number 4, St. Christoph, $1.60. 2, 6 and 4.
They're off this time. Nice even break. Arabian Joy, one of the smartest out from LA Lodge. Star Marks jumped nicely, so too did Rara Eclipse, and then Scenic Lodge. 2.5 further off is Throat Lash on the outside of Lend a Hand. Dark Sky next to last, and 3, Pekin Player. Into the back they travel now, and the leader is Arabian Joy, clearly over Star Marks. Rara Eclipse is travelling 3rd, and 4th over on the inside, LA Lodge. After about 3/4 of a length, the Scenic Lodge, nearly 2 lengths to Throat Lash on the outside of Lend a Hand. Some 3 further back, 4 lengths now, Dark Sky, and 2.5 to 3 is Pekin Player. Racing to the 1200 marker, and Arabian Joy sets up the speed about 3/4 of a length. Star Marks is second, and the well-tried horse Rara Eclipse was very wide, so the rider on Rara Eclipse decides to kick up and go to the lead. I'm referring to Larry Cassidy. And as they work onto the side now, Rara Eclipse can't get across onto the fence, about 1/2 to 3/4 clear on Arabian Joy. A length Star Marks from LA Lodge and Scenic Lodge, then Throat Lash, Lend a Hand, and 2 Pekin Player. And over on the inside of it is Dark Sky. 800 ahead of the field here, and Rara Eclipse the leader, a 1/2 length on Arabian Joy. In the 3rd spot is Star Marks. On the inside is LA Lodge, 4th, and 5th then comes Throat Lash from Scenic Lodge. Over on the fence is Lend a Hand. Second last is Dark Sky, and again Pekin Player drops out to whip them in. About 8 lengths off the lead, jointly held by Arabian Joy and Rara Eclipse. And as they come into the straight now, little between Arabian Joy and Rara Eclipse, a length behind them Star Marks. LA Lodge getting up on the inside with Lend a Hand. Down to the 250, Arabian Joy and Rara Eclipse taken on by LA Lodge on their inside. Pekin Players made a dash wide out, and then comes Lend a Hand and Dark Sky. LA Lodge beat off Arabian Joy. Rara Eclipse gave in weakly, but it's LA Lodge in front, down past the 50 metres, in no danger. And here's another one for Jimmy Cassidy. LA Lodge, too good for Arabian Joy. 3rd on the outside, Pekin Player, followed up by Lend a Hand, Scenic Lodge, and then a break of 2 lengths to Dark Sky, followed by Rara Eclipse, Star Marks, and tailed off was Throat Lash.
On the Super Tab 3, LA Lodge to pay $4.20 the win, $1.60 the place. 6, Arabian Joy at $1.59. 3rd, Pekin Player at $5.30. On the NSW tote, $4.10, $1.70, $1.80 and $4.90. Now the update coming through Moe. On the Super Tab 1, Phenomenon, number 1 at 13 and 270. 2, Bell Style at 14, 270. 3, Exploding Force at 5.60 and 2.
Royal Caliph the withdrawal at 4.39. They're off. Zdenka stood in the stalls. Aggie's Heart a little slow to move as they settle into stride now. And the first out is Archer Street in front of Sweet Lady Bird and Flirty Bird going forward there. In behind them 4th is Casino Heights, and Bellatul in the grey settles down 5th, followed by Bulter. And then Aggie's Heart on the outside of Flaming Roberto. Zdenka getting through on the inside of Go with the Flow, with McGuan on the outer. And at the tail end of the field there is Gigabar, and behind him is Pursuits as they go past the 1600 metres. And Archer Street is the leader, out by a length and a half to Flirty Bird, a length to Sweet Lady Bird, 3rd on the inside, and then Casino Heights. 1.5 behind those is Bulter, nicely placed 5th, followed by Bellatul on the outside of Flaming Roberto. A length and a half behind those Zdenka over on the rails, being followed by McGuan. Aggie's Heart is with that, about a length and a half behind them Go with the Flow. On the inside of Pursuits and Gigabar last of all. 1100 to go, and Archer Street the leader. About 3/4 clear from Flirty Bird on the outside. 2 lengths then Sweet Lady Bird ahead the outside Casino Heights. About 2 behind those is Balter, another 2 1/4 to Flaming Roberto and Bella Tulin. A length further back, McGuan over on the outside, and then came Zdenka and Aggie's Heart, a length pursuits, and Go With The Flow next on the inside of Gigabar when they go past the 800. Archer Street takes the field down towards the home turn, a half length in front of Flirty Bird, 2 lengths to Casino Heights, getting to third around Sweet Lady Bird. Then Balder followed by Flaming Roberto, back on the inside of Bella Tulin. Pursuit swings wide, followed by Aggie's Heart, starting to run home as they enter the straight now. And Archer Street's under the whip, tackled firstly by Flirty Bird. Running on as Casino Heights down the outside, and Balder is starting to close, followed by Bella Tulin. And Aggie's Heart is coming home, whilst Go With The Flow has got a run on the inside with Flaming Roberto. Balder reaches the lead at the 200 there across the track. It's Balter, Casino Heights. Coming on now is Aggie's Heart from Bella Tulin. Balter the leader. Aggie's Heart coming after it. Balter a neck in front. He's fighting on. He'll be too good, Balter. Balter won it by a neck to Aggie's Heart. Casino Heights third. Then Flaming Roberto, Bella Tulin, Zdenka and Go With The Flow. A gap to Flirty Bird, Gigabar, Sweet Lady Bird. Pursuits towards the end in company there with Archer Street and McGuan.
Number 3, Bulter, ridden by Nash Rawilla. It's going to pay $11.70 and $3.40. Number 4, Aggie's Heart. Now, it started favourite with that late scratching of number 1, Royal Caliph. Aggie's Heart to pay a place tote of $1.30. Casino Heights, $3.90. Number 1, Royal Caliph, a late scratching just before the start. But 3, 4 and 6, the placings on race 7. This is the 7th at Bathurst. And Avian $9, Brocky $2.50, the tote favourite. Select 12, Bow Bells 25, Northern Music $5.50. Simba's Magic, it's a $10 chance. And Lily O'Kalani is a $12 chance. And Bridal Table is $85.
Stood there and missed it by 4 or 5 lengths, and Pearl and Chili Dapper jumped out quickly with Chili Dapper in front. Crash Hot is having a shot a length away. 3rd Erebus, Gawler's 4th, and back to 5th Princely. And 6th on the outside is Pearl. 3 lengths Galileo, 1 South Bend, tailed off Montana Sands. 600 to go, and Erebus to the lead clearly from Chili Dapper. Crash Hot 3rd, Gawler's 4th the inside, 1 to Princely, 1.5 to Pearl, 5 Galileo, 4 to South Bend, and 10 or 12 lengths Montana Sands around the corner. And Erebus straightens up about 3 away from the rails. A half Chili Dapper, Crash Hot wider out from Gawler's, Princely, Pearl, and 2 to Galileo. Down to the 250, Erebus on the inside, a half length on Chili Dapper, Pearl 3rd, and then Princely and Galileo. Crash Hot's gone. Erebus in front of Chili Dapper, Pearl and Galileo motoring down the outside, but Erebus is responding. Galileo on the outside is coming at Erebus. Erebus in front, Galileo lunged out at Erebus. Erebus, I'd say, narrowly from Galileo, and then came Chili Dapper. South Bend rocketed home, followed by Princely, Pearl, Crash Hot, and Gawler's second lasted after that slow start, Montana Sands, at the tail of the field. Photo on the last of the day, resting between Erebus and the horse that has come home well on the outside, Galileo. Erebus and Galileo in the final event of the day. From where I stand, it appeared as though Erebus on the inside might have just been able to hang on, but Galileo's wide out. And the rail is out, so don't hang up your hat. But you'll find Erebus, I think, has just got home here. Let's have a look at this slow motion action as the line has been reached here. Erebus. 9 is the winner, and that is Erebus, handled by Alan Robinson. Number 9, Erebus, first ridden by Alan Robinson. So Alan has won the first and last races of the day. And the horses paid $6.30 and $2.10, fought on very well. Number 8, Galileo, second. And the tote is $3.80. And number 5, Chili Dapper, third, $2 neat. Quinella, $39.90. Exacta, $74.50. The trifecta, $367.80. The superfecta numbers are 9, 8, 5, 11, 1 and 3. 9, 8, 5, 11, 1, 3. And that has returned $9,485.20. 9, 4, 8, 5, 20. So both superfectas have been won here this afternoon, which is nice. The winning margin in the last, a short head with 2 lengths between second and third. The time was 58.85, broken down to the first 400 in 24.01 and the last 600, 34.84. Erebus trained at Port Macquarie by Neil Godbolt for his long-term client, Mr. Ivan Livermore by Zabeel from Arctic Frost to Bay Gelding 5 and Alan Robinson aboard.
Now on the Super Tab there, 9 the winner, Erebus to pay $5.80 the win, 2 even the place. 8 Galileo second at $3.60 and 5 Chili Dapper third at $2.10. Getting set the last at Moe, and the favourite there on the Super Tab, we head to number 4, Go Shorty at $4.50. Go again, Go Shorty into $3.60 and $1.90. Ahead of Preludes number 5, $4.50, $1.80, and 3 King Lap at $4.70, $1.20. With
Raptor coming up into the stalls is going to be the last along. There's a middle position. Friday we go to Stony Creek, and then the weekend next, Flemington Saturday and Caulfield on Sunday. Now they're right to go. All in the stalls for the last of the afternoon. Big field to run. Light flashing away. They should be on their journey any second. All clears through. They're off now. Don't Say Goodbye out a little slowly. Crepitus jump well towards the inside, and the fellow grey Trafera into stride quickly. Raptor began fast and is going to head them off as they settle down. There's good pace here at the 1200 metres, and Raptor goes to the lead from Trafera. Going forward, Scenic Gem very quickly. Stenner settles down fourth and a length and a half. Crepitus fifth over on the inside, being followed then by He's On Fire, and going forward there's Lord Kingston. A length to Bay Demas, being followed then by a fairway back in the field, then Sonic Sky, being followed by Knockrow over on the inside, and then Typhoon Barney. Further back in the field is Rapid Action, the outside of Don't Say Goodbye. A long way back, Cotton on Flyer, Jet Lag, and Double Choices. Last of all, Raptor the leader. Scenic Gem is second. Stenner 2 lengths away third, followed by Trafera over on the inside of Lord Kingston, and then Bay Demas. Crepitus the rails as they corner. Next in the field then is Sonic Sky, pulled to the outside, and Rapid Action comes wide with Cotton on Flyer. Knockrow gets up on the inside. Raptor nears the 300 metre mark. He kicked away now to Scenic Gem. Coming home is Lord Kingston, followed by Stenner in a gap to Crepitus. It's Raptor at the 200 metres. He's got a big lead. He's about 4. Lord Kingston is second. Here comes Typhoon Barney rattling home. Raptor at the 100 with a mighty lead. Typhoon Barney going into second. Raptor's tied, but he'll hold on. Raptor wins it by 2 to Typhoon Barney. Knockrow is third, followed by Lord Kingston and Don't Say Goodbye. Back behind those Trafera, Stenner.
Graphics.
Grattery at $9.50 and Lady Cordelia at $15. Terang will follow. The third we're up to there, and Andrabi in the third is at $11.